Okay, so we had a few. I think the last page. Yeah, the last page. So page 1, page 2, page 4. Okay. So page 4 has a little more to do. That's basically the only difference. All right, so let's start with the first one. So we got to rewrite this. So the first one, it's going to become, so we have, so I'll do it over here. We have 2x plus y equals 1. I'm going to do minus 2x and minus 2x on both sides. This goes away. I finally get y equals negative 2x plus 1. Let me write that over here. The second one, we get 2x minus 3, 2x minus y equals 3. We want, I'm going to do minus 2x, and then this goes away. I get negative y equals negative 2x plus 3. You can either multiply everything by negative 1 or divide by everything by negative 1, whichever you want. So I'm going to divide this by negative 1, divide this by negative 1, and divide this by negative 1. So I end up getting positive y. Negative and negatives are positive, so I get positive 2x. And basically, everything's changing signs, right? Whatever they were before, now it's their opposite. So instead of plus 3, it's minus 3. So here are my two lines. So let me erase this part over here. Let's graph. First one, negative slope, negative 2x. My y-intercept is here. And it's a negative slope, so I'm going to put this over 1, and put this over 1. So the change in y value is 2, and the change in x value is 1. So 2 up, 1 to the left, 2 up, 1 to the left, and I'm going to make several points. There. Let's draw a line through that as best as we can. And let me put arrows. Actually, let me move this guy a little bit. Arrow, arrow, label this line. This line is the first one, y equals negative 2x plus 1. Second one, positive slope because it's 2. And the y-intercept is negative 3, so the y-intercept is here. Change colors. So it's 2 up and 1 to the right. And right off the bat, we can see that that's the intersecting point. So 2 up to the right, 2 up, 1 to the right, and here we have enough points. And draw a line. Just move that line. Okay. And you can clearly see the point of intersection right here. And the point of intersection is 1, negative 1. Well, don't believe me. Let's substitute. So I'm going to take these 2 points. Here's my x value, my y value, and plug it into both equations. So in the first equation, we get right here, the first one, 2 times 1 plus negative 1 equals 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus negative 1, does it really give you 1? And yes, it does. So the first equation is a check. The second equation, 2 times 1 minus negative 1 equals 3. So remember, I replaced the x and the y value. 2 times 1 is 2, minus negative 1 means plus 1. And notice that 3 equals 3. So that one's okay. Second one, x minus 3y equals negative 6. Let's change that so we get, let me get rid of the objects. X minus 3y equals negative 6. So we're going to, equals negative 6. Minus x, that goes away. I'm left with negative 3y equals negative x minus 6. Now I have to divide both sides by negative 3. And everything on the right side gets divided by negative 3. This becomes positive. I'm left with y. This becomes positive again because negative divided by negative is positive. So I get, and again, remember there's a 1 here, so it's actually 1/3 x, right? Remember that. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2. So my first equation becomes this, and I'll put number 1 here. Number 2, this equation, 2x minus y equals 3. I'm going to do minus 2x here, minus 2x here. I'm left with negative y equals negative 2x plus 3. And I'm going to divide everything by negative 1, right? Which basically changes everyone's sign. So Negative y becomes positive y, negative 2x becomes 2x, and positive 3 becomes negative 3. And this is equation 2. Let's graph the first one. The y-intercept is 2, so I'm going to put a 2 right here. It's 1, right? Changing y is 1, and changing x is 3. So 1 up, 3 to the right, and it's positive, so I have to go right. Right? 1 up and 3 to the right. And then if I go down, it's 1 down and 3 to the left. There. I have enough points to graph my line. So that's my line. I'm going to complete it with this, with arrows, and I'm going to label it. What is it? Y equals 1/3 x plus 2. The second line, which is this guy right here, the y-intercept is negative 3, and the slope is 2, or 2 over 1. So 2 up and 1 to the right. Again, it's positive, right? So we have to go right. So 2 up, 1 right, 2 up, 1 right, and I'm going to put a circle. Here is my point of intersection. So let me connect these. And you can clearly see the point of intersection, and let's label that. It's 3, 3. That's my point of intersection and my solution. Let me substitute this. Here's equation 1, and here's equation 2. So they're both 3. So for x, I put 3, and for y, I put 3. So the first one we get 3 minus 3 times 3 equals negative 6. Let's see if that's true. 3 minus 9 equals negative 6, and it's indeed true. The second equation, 2x minus y equals 3. So it's 2 times 3 minus 3 equals 3. So I replace the x and the y with 3. So I get 6 minus 3 equals 3, and we know that's also true. Much easier, better than the substitution and elimination method. All right, so we have again 2 equations. Let's rewrite them. Let's take the number 1. So it's x plus 3y equals negative 12. Again, you subtract x from both sides. This goes away. I have 3y equals negative x minus 12. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So that goes away. I'm left with y, which is what I want. And here I get negative, and then I'm going to put a 1 there. Negative 1 x over 3. And then negative 12 divided by 3 is just negative 4. So that's my first equation. So I'll put 1. Second one, it's 5x minus 3y equals negative 6. We're going to do minus 5x minus 5x. We get negative 3y equals negative 5x minus 6. I'm going to divide everybody by negative 3. Let's see what that equals to. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is just y. On the right side, negative 5 over 3. Let's leave it as 5 over 3, but positive. And negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2. So that's the second equation I'm going to graph. So let's start with the first one. So it's the y-intercept is negative 4 right here. And it's a slope that goes down, and the slope is 1 over 3. So I'm going to go up 1, and then I'm going to go left 3, right? Because when I connect the dots, it has to be a downward slope. So here's my slope. There we go. Arrow, arrow. I'll call this negative 1 over 3x minus 4. My second line is this guy. Y equals negative 5 over 3x plus 2. Again, negative slope. Y-intercept is 2 right here. But it's 5 up and down and 3 left and right. So again, this is a negative slope. So let me count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, that's positive. My mistake. So this guy here, it's a positive slope. So 2 is my y-intercept. So it's 5 up and then 3 left and right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and here's my point of intersection. When I connect these two, you can clearly see the point of intersection. Let me just put an arrow here, put an arrow here. Let's give this guy's name. It's y equals 5 over 3 x plus 2. So the point intersection is, let's see, the solution is negative 3, comma, negative 3. Let's do our check. I'll replace x and y with -3. So I get -3 plus 3 times -3 equals -12, and that's -3 minus -9, which is -12, and -12 equals -12. So that one is true. Good. Second one, 5 times -3 minus 3 times -3. That should be equal to -6. Let's see. 5 times -3 is -15, and then -3 times -3 is +9. Does that equal -6? Yes, it does. So check and check. That point, this point right here, point of intersection, is the solution to both equations. 18. Let's change the first one. So we get 2x plus y equals -4 minus 2x on both sides. That goes away. We're left with y equals -2x minus 4. So that's equation 1. Equation 2, change colors. We get x plus 4y equals 12. We do minus x. This one on the left side goes away. I'm left with 4y equals -x plus 12. Divide both sides by 4. Divide everything by 4. These two 4 become 1, leaving me with just y. -x over 4, and I'm just going to write the 1 here. Negative. Okay, that stays the same. And then 12 divided by 4 is positive. And that's my second equation. So let's do the first one. Y-intercept is -4. It's a negative slope. Right? So let me put that 2 over 1. So it's going to go down. So the change in y values is 2, and the change in x values is 1. So if I go up 2, I got to go left 1. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. There. Connect the dots. And give it a name. This is my line y equals -2x minus 4. The blue one is the y-intercept is 3, and the slope is negative again. So it's the change in y is 1, and the change in x is 4. So 1 down, 4 to the right. Or 1 down, 4 to the right. That would be 1 point. Let's go the other way. 1 up and 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your point of intersection. Okay. So let me graph that. So, the second line looks like this. Oops. So you can see that this, where I put the circle, is where the two lines intersect, and that particular point is -4, 4, and that's the solution to our problem. Let's plug it in the first equation. In equation 1, I'm going to replace the x with -4 and the y with +4. So I get 2 times -4 plus 4 equals -4. This is -8 plus 4 equals -4, and it's indeed true. The second equation, we change colors, is this guy. So we replace x with 4 and y with, x with -4, y with 4. So I get -4 plus 4 times 4 equals 12. -4 plus 16 equals 12. And 12 equals 12. So that point here makes this equation true and makes that equation true. Okay. So again, nothing crazy. Let's do this one. We're going to rewrite that into, so we have x plus 2y equals 8 minus x. That goes away. We have 2y equals -x plus 8. Divide everybody by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. That becomes just y. And again, I'm going to add the 1. Right? Remember, there's an invisible coefficient of 1. So -1 over 1x over 2. And 8 divided by 2 is just 4. That's equation 1. Equation 2, we're going to change x minus 2y equals -4. So again, minus x. We're left with -2y equals -x minus 4. We're going to divide everybody by -2. So we get y equals, again, this is a negative divided by negative, which becomes positive. So we're just simply going to write 1x over 2. And negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2. Let's start graphing. The first one, the y-intercept is 4. It's a negative slope, right? Change in y. So up and down, you're going to go 1, and then left and right, you got 2. So I'm going to put that arrow like this, just to remind you of the movement. We can. So up and down is 1, and then right 2. 1 down, right 2, so that's enough points. All right, so let me put that on top of the dots, the coordinates, and give this line a name, negative 1 over 2x plus 4. And then let's graph the second one. The second one is this guy right here. Positive slope, y-intercept is 2. So we're going to go up 1 and then 2 left or right. So up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. Already have 3 points. We already can see the point of intersection. Right. You can see the point of intersection. And our point of intersection, and I'll put it in pink here, right here. So that is the point 2, comma 3 is the point of intersection of both lines, which we're now going to check. So to do a check, we're going to plug this for x and this for y on both equations. So let's make some room and erase this. Equation 1. It's 2 times 2 plus 3 times 3. Which one am I doing right now? 1 second, guys. Equation, are we doing the right one, right? Yeah, sorry. I'm doing these guys. So it's 2 plus 2 times 3 equals 8. 2 plus 6 equals 8, and 8 equals 8. Check. Second one, 2 minus 2 times 3 equals negative 4. 2 minus 6 equals negative 4, and negative 4 equals negative 1. So at this point, 2, 3 satisfies equation 1 and satisfies equation 2. Last one. So let's change the first one. 2x plus 3y equals negative 12. Now subtract 2x and subtract 2x. That goes away. I'm left with 3y equals negative 2x minus 1. Let's divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is just y. Here I'm just going to leave it as 2/3 x, and then negative 12 over 3 is just 4, minus 4. So that's my first. You know what? Let me just graph it. Here's my y-intercept. It's a negative slope, so it's going to come down. So up and the down is 2, left or right is 3. So up 2, 3 to left. 1, 2, 3. Right now I have 2 points. Let me graph it. I put a line. And this is my line that's called y equals negative 2/3 x minus 4. Good. The second equation, which is this guy, 5x minus 3y equals negative 9. Subtract 5x from both sides. That goes away. I'm left with negative 3y equals negative 5x minus 9. Divide both sides and everything by negative 3. Negative 3 and negative 3 is just y. Here, negative 5 divided by negative 3 is going to be positive 5 over 3x. And negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3. Let's graph that. Y-intercept is 3 right here. It's a positive slope, so it's going to go up from left to right. So it's 5 up and down and 3. So put the arrows up and down, count 5, left and right, count 3. Change in y over change in x. So let me count down because I don't have room upstairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and then I have to go 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. There. Those two lines won't meet at that point. I have 2 points. What I need to create a line. There. So give this guy a name. Is y equals 5 over 3x plus 3. And then our point of intersection, our solution to this problem is negative 3 comma negative 2. I take that point and we place it in the x and y in equation 1 and in equation 2 and make sure that the expression on the left equals the expression on the right. So 2 times negative 3 plus 3 times negative 2 should give me negative 12. 2 and negative 3 is negative 6. 3 and negative 2 is negative 6. And look at that. It works out for equation 1. Equation 2, 5, right? This is equation 2. 5 times negative 3 minus 3 times negative 2. It should give me negative 9. Oh, let's see. 5 and negative 3 is 15. Negative 3 and negative 2 is positive 6. Sorry, this is negative 15. Positive 6. Did that really give me negative 9? Yes, it does. So notice that this point satisfies both equations. Okay, and that's it. That was really it.